Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
YouTube, what is up? We have got a fun video challenge here today. I am headed over to a course that is about 5 minutes from my house. It's actually the only course in Raytown, Missouri, which is a suburb of Kansas City, and that's actually where I live. Today we are going to be doing a 9-hole forehand only challenge. When I go to the tee, forehand. When I throw an upshot, or I'm in the middle of the fairway or in the woods, forehand. When I'm putting, forehand. So this is going to be interesting. I'd say I have a decent forehand, but do I use it as often as I am today? No, not even close. So here we go. And for all of you out there who are like, whoa, Dylan, you're recording while you're driving, to that I say, I have a Tesla. Alright guys, we just got here. There is no one on the course, and that's probably because it's like 40 degrees. There's slush everywhere. So hopefully we'll have a good round, and hopefully I don't shoot a crazy high number with just forehands. My putting will be trash, but there's nothing I can do about that. Here we go. Alright guys, so for this video I'm going to be doing commentary in my studio after the fact, so future Dylan, you can take it from here. Why thank you, past Dylan. Not sure why you winked at me, but here we go. Hole 1 is 225 feet, par 3. You just go up this absolutely massive hill, and if you notice, somebody's been sledding there, and you'll be seeing this disc a lot. This is my Boss. It is stamped by a local brewery in town, which I like. Crane Brewing, shout out. As you can see, I just toss it on up there. And I'll be putting a lot with my Crystal Flex Zone today. This disc seriously saved me so many strokes. It is a great forehand putter and upshot disc. Hole 2 is probably the only legitimate par 4 on this course, because you're going through this gap, go way down this hill, go across the creek, up this hill, got OB on the left, and so this is a prime example of how slippery it was. Got my PD2 here. And, it's a very, very stable disc, and for some reason, yeah, I kind of crank it, roll my wrist over, and not good. Wind up out of bounds over there, and for some reason, I was like, I'm just going to putt from here. Anyways, going up, pick it up, put it in, moving on to hole 3. Hole 3 is the first example of a hole I would absolutely never throw a forehand on. But, as is the challenge, I must. And I've actually got a prototype Hades here that I found and had no number on it. And so I'm doing an Anheuser shot here because it is a rather understable disc. And unfortunately, I just didn't turn it over quite enough. But there's a hole coming up where I actually feel like I utilized that disc the right way. And just put it in for par here, of course. Hole 4, probably shouldn't be a par 4, but I do see the danger of this basketball court. If you really mess up, you're picking up strokes pretty quickly. So you want to go over this basketball court, and as my finger will show here in a second, you want to go to the left of that pole and ride right over there. So that's what I try to do here with my Boss, but as you'll see, unconfident in my footing, I kind of lift it and leave it short and to the right. And I don't know how the disc landed like that right on that sewage drain, but hey, whatever. Got my C-Line MD5 here, and I wish I put a little bit more on this. It left me with like a 20-foot putt where I should have been, right up next to the basket. But guess what? When you got this Crystal Flex Zone, anything's possible. Put it in. And moving on to hole 5. It's a par 3. 288 feet. If I'm being real, it's probably about a 300 to 315 foot hole. Another one where I would never, ever use a forehand. But since I have this challenge going, I have to use my understable Hades here. And what do you know? I finally figure out how to use it. And it is just a beautiful, perfect line that ends just finishes just a little bit short. But leaves us for a 50-foot putt, and when you have got the Crystal Flex Zone, well, there you go. Love that disc. Awesome. All right, guys, now the weird thing about this course is that we're here in one tiny park in Raytown, and the first 5 holes are here. So 3/4 of a mile to a mile across the road, and finish the last 4 holes at a completely separate park. So this is a unique course to say the least. So we're gonna hop in the car, head on over. All right, guys, and as we are headed over to the final 4 holes of this course in a completely separate park, I just wanted to go ahead and say thank you so much to everyone who has already subscribed to this channel and who has liked my videos. Super excited to put out more content. If you could, please, if you have not already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel. That way I can put out some more videos like this and do more disc golf content for you. So, thank you. All right, guys, here we are on the back half of this 9-hole course, starting with hole 6. It's a par 3, pretty simple flex forehand line, and for the first time in its existence, the Nate Sexton Firebird is being thrown here. Good line, but you know, I'm just not used to the disc yet, and I wish I would have left it up higher. That probably would have pushed me another 15-20 feet closer, giving me a legitimate chance. But as for now, what a terrible putt. Probably my worst putt of the round. But you know, you're gonna have those whenever you're doing a forehand only challenge. So tap it in for the par, and moving on to hole 7 here. At hole 7, you know, I'm actually glad that I had the forehand only challenge here, because from now on I'm gonna be throwing forehand from this tee, because this hole is just, hey, it's Frosty. We found Frosty, everyone. This is a hole that the ceiling is relatively low, and you know, no matter what I do, I just can't get the disc past where Frosty is. Like, I try, but I hit that tree on the right, or I hit the tree to the left of Frosty. But with this, I've actually kind of found a new gap here to go, and it kind of gets me around that tree. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. So that's why this is a good challenge. And here I go, about 60 feet away, thinking I have another awesome putt, but you know, hit the top of the basket, tap it in, just accept the par. Moving on to hole 8, we have got a long, straight par 3, and there's about a 10-foot rise in elevation in the back. So you know, this is basically a 400-foot hole, and you know, this is another chance where if there was a normal tee pad, if it wasn't so slippery, I just feel like I would have performed better. But unfortunately, under the elements, I'm just trying not to bite it, and that kind of leaves me with turning it over, being extra careful on my footing, and you know, leaves me with about an 85 foot upshot. And I'm going with my ESP Buzz here, and unfortunately, I just leave it a little bit too short. And so my thought is, hey, that's all right. I can surely get a birdie on the next hole. I'll just walk up here, pull out my zone, put it in for the par, and that's just gonna happen sometimes when you do these challenge videos. So you know, you live, you learn, whatever. Go on. Hole 9, par 4. I really can't tell if this should be a par 4. I've only gone to 2 on this hole once, and I've been here many times. But you know, I don't know. It does feel like a low number to have a par 4, but you do have to get through one of these gaps. There's like 50 trees in there. You have to push it long enough but not hit that ceiling. It's honestly too high to throw over it unless you're Simon Lizotte or Eagle McMahon. And so it just leaves me with a probably 70 foot look at Eagle, and I thought I had it. I thought I was going to end with an Eagle, but unfortunately, just tap it in for the birdie. So there you go. There's the 9 holes. All right, guys, that is it for the 9-hole forehand only challenge. And honestly, It was a really fun and educational challenge. It was really cool to step up to holes that in the past I never would have thrown a forehand from the tee, and just forcing yourself to do it and seeing the results. Honestly, there are some holes that in the future I'll probably throw a forehand from the tee on, and there are other holes that I would never throw a forehand again. So you live, you try new things, you learn. Anyways, that being said, thank you so much to everyone who has liked these videos and has gone ahead and subscribed to this channel. If you've not subscribed to this channel yet, please just take a second, click that subscribe button. That will allow me to make more disc golf content, and you'll be notified as soon as I drop these videos. So for now, I'm Dylan. Thanks for watching the Tomahawk Disc Golf channel. Till next time. I mean, do people really think that Teslas are worth the money? I got my Honda Civic for relatively cheap, and it is incredibly gas efficient. I mean, who makes a 9-hole disc golf course by having the first 5 holes in one park and then finishing with the other 4 holes in a completely different park? I mean, did he do the first 5 holes and after the 5th hole went home, took a nap, came back and completely forgot where he began the course? And then he's like, well, there's a park over here. I think I'll just go finish the course over there. I guess I'm just really mad because today it was incredibly slippery and it was a terrible representation of my forehand game. And now big German Nate Sexton will never respect me.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.